Welcome back to Mentor Pamela Van. For those of you that don't know, I am now a full-time van lifer. I'm so pleased. I'm so happy. And I know this particular episode is called I Made a Mistake and I Did. And you'll find out soon enough what the mistake was. But I just want to invite you to subscribe to the channel and press the notifications so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. And also, I have this amazing little offer for you, which is called Daily Mojo. For those of you that need a little extra pep in your step to get through your days, just subscribe underneath in the comments and away you go. You start getting your first little pep note from me tomorrow. Okay, so let's get started. Well, after a couple of days of being on the road, after being houseless, I got in a whole load of trouble for calling myself homeless in the video I posted last week. People were offended that I would say that I was homeless because I'm in a van. So I, in fact, have a home. And if in that context, yes, correct. The context in which I was using was to say that the home that I had for a decade is no more. I am now without the home, without that home, without the home, not without a home. So I was playing on words, but I knew what I was talking about, but everybody took offense. This is by no means a reflection on those who are homeless and struggling. I totally get that. I understand that. And that was not my intent. So let's move on from that, okay? Today's video is me saying I made a mistake. And here we go again. I made a mistake in my thinking about something. And the thinking that I had was I couldn't do this and that it would take me forever to be without, quote unquote, my home and live full time out here as a digital nomad. I made a mistake in my thinking. I made a mistake. I should have done this sooner. Fear kept me back from making this decision. It was on the table for probably almost a year. And I kept putting it off and not seeing the big picture. And, I was afraid of what my people would say. My family made all kinds of sacrifices to get us kids to a certain place in life and through education and opportunities and stuff. And here I am living in a tin can. So, we scare ourselves into conformity because we fear the opinions of other people. And we keep ourselves back from living life the way we want to live our life. And so my mistake was thinking other people knew what was best for me, not taking my own advice, not listening to my own internal compass. So that was my mistake. I made a mistake. I should have been out here sooner because I was missing out. I was truly missing out. So query yourself. How are you making a mistake in your thinking about your life? Think about it. So we're on our way up island. We just ran across somebody that informed us about a Vanlife meetup in the Cowichan River area. This is our first time. We're not really prepared because we just heard about it. So this is a campground that it's being held at, the Cowichan River Campground. And we were here last winter, and it looks 100% different than it did. A van lifers meet up in the Cowichan Lake. It's just fascinating to see all the others that came out, the different vans, hear the stories, the different lifestyles, the choices made, why they made it, and the story continues to be similar. That they recognize that they didn't have to live their life the prescribed way. They didn't need a lot to enjoy the best of life. And that's basically how I'm feeling. So when I say that I made a mistake, the mistake that I made was not trusting the process sooner. One could get used to this. Waking up and this is the view. This is the vibe. This is the sentiment, this is the feeling, this is the bigness and the smallness and the all of it, just all of it. I mean, it just sounds really, simplistic, a little airy maybe to some of you, but until you've actually lived it and felt it, you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about. Amazing things when a group of like-minded people who are having fun and just into their craft and into their style come together. magic. It's been a wonderful 24 hours meeting new van lifers. There was about 40 of them all together that came together for this Cowichan, where are we? Cowichan River. Yeah, Cowichan River Van Lifers Meetup, and about 40 came out. This was our first time at such an event. We just found out about it by mistake. One of the YouTubers were here, and that's how we found out about it. We met him by accident up in the Chematus area, so we found ourselves down here just to see what it was like, and to meet others that we see on YouTube with their YouTube channels. It's just fascinating to see them up close and in person, and to hear their stories and their journeys and their travels, and to just meet new people who are not YouTubers, that are just living the lifestyle, and what their reasons were, and just a whole plethora of different types of people. There's no one particular type of person that's a van lifer. This is the fascinating part of all this, and that's the unique part of all this, and it's sort of making my decision feel even better about it. It's just not one type of person. Everybody has the reason for being out here, but there's something that's very unique to all of these stories. They're not unique, they're similar actually to all of these stories and all of these different journeys, is that they figured out that you do not need a traditional way of living, a traditional home, to have an abundant life, to have a great experience. Less is more, in their opinion, and now my opinion. Less is more. I don't need cupboards full of clothes and all the things that I thought that I needed to be a successful person out in the world. I just need what I need. Sufficient is the day, we learned, didn't we, back in Sunday school? Sufficient is the day. And that's how we're living. Sufficient is the day. You have what you need for the day, and knowing that tomorrow will be provided for as well. And we're, we still are earning. Some of them are on pensions and things like that, but we're not out here destitute. I think a lot of people seem to think that van lifers, on the whole, are this ragtag bunch of people that are destitute. Absolutely not. If you had told me this about maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I probably would have been of like mind, but not so at all. Some of them are business owners. Some of these YouTubers are making 5 figures plus a month. How many people are making that kind of stuff, that kind of money a year? So hold judgment, ask questions, do your research before you pass judgment on what you think this life is all about. And it's Saturday of the Mother's Day weekend, and we're going to continue on. We've been up island for over 10 days now, and it's been a wonderful journey. And we're just going to go back into the city and finish packing up. We have stuff in a locker that we have to still sift through to make the final decision as to what we're going to take as we journey across the country. And then it'll be ferry time sometime this coming week. We don't know what day, but it'll be the time to get on the ferry and start our journey across to the Atlantic. So it's been wonderful. It really has. I've learned a lot in those last 24 hours about people and the van life lifestyle. So onward. What a special 24 hours. It just happened just like that. Didn't know it was going to happen. We ran into someone, we went up there, met some new people, and we are so glad we did. And that's just life on the road. You never know what you're going to get next.